guys, Ramblin Bob and another update with the E3600LFP. So it's been a while, but I got enough confirmation. Okay, let me start over. So I was very worried about doing a stack like this. You see how clean this E3600 looks now? This is what I wanted originally. I wanted the 4 batteries on the bottom and the E3600LFP on the top, like a big refrigerator, right? And that way it saves space. But I wasn't ready to put all of the cables on one side. What I mean by that is from port 1 to port 2, I'm sorry, port 1 to port 1, port 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1, if that makes sense, daisy chained, okay? And I was always afraid to do that because I wasn't sure how the system would react, because it's supposed to be 2 batteries on one port and then 2 batteries on the second port. So now that frees it up to where I have that second port in the back, that cable, and notice it's charging the E2000 LFP full stack. That's 8,000 and this is 15,000. Now, like I said, I was nervous to do this because I don't want to break the batteries. You know, the batteries are $800 a piece. I paid more than that. I think it was 13 back when we bought them. $1,300 a piece, but we like it. We like that. This is our favorite system. As you can see, we have a ton of systems. We like this system. A lot of power, a lot of battery reserve. Of course, you always want bigger. That's, you know, that's a no-brainer. It just, you keep getting bigger and better, with the solar stuff. That's a decent system. This has been running for almost, man, it's got to be 2.5 years plus, and then this has been running since we took it out of the box. So basically, those 2 new cables that we got coming is so you can have it like this, or you can put the, you know, like these 2 batteries like over there, and then those 2 over there. You know what I mean? To kind of spread them apart. But I like that full stack, and as you see how our all the cables are. It's very clean look, very organized. And if someone were to, if this works, I'm just going to test this, guys, and I'm going to see if any of the batteries get unbalanced. It's a host 0, 1, 2, 3. So the same order, except they're all on one string, one leg, rather than 2 legs. That's the difference, which is 2 over here and 2 over here. If this works, guys, if it does, I can't guarantee it. Remember, this is, you know, try at your own risk. I don't know if this is going to be good for the system or not, but we're going to try it. As you can see, we're running an air conditioner right now. I'm running a 200 watt Medea Cube 20 pint. Awesome, guys. If you don't have one of those, I highly recommend it. And then those are the 3 links for this workshop, which is left, right, and center for the outlets. Not the outlets, but, you know, the power strip bar things. But we're pulling about 840 watts out. It's at 91%. Solar's only coming at 66, so it's long over for the day. And then I also have 2 inputs coming in on these bottom 2, which is 400 and 400. So 2400 max here. It's not the best time of the year for solar for us because of the angles of the panels. And then 800 here, so 24. So that would give me 3,200 watts at full charge, and then I can put another 800 watts on these 2, which is 4 and 4, which would give me 4,000 watts. And then if I choose to use that that port up there, the single port, the barrel, that's another 150 that we could add on there too. So that's a big system. But guys, you have to admit, does that look very clean? Minus the cables, because these 2 cables are usually not there. And then these 2 right here go to the power strips. So they're backed up and backed up. You know what I mean? They're fused power strips. But what a clean look, right, guys? And that's what I wanted to do. If you had a system with another one like this, a 240, imagine those 2 side by side, right? It would look like 2 big Daleks from Doctor Who kind of thing, or it looks like a refrigerator basically. But wouldn't that be neat as far as linking them together and using it in that pattern? But I don't know yet, like I said, if it's going to be able to hold. I'm going to try full charging and full discharging as far as the 3600 watt inverter. It held today just fine with the charging, and we had up to about I think about 3,600 watts on the inverter charging, because I did what we could get from the solar, which was about 1,600 or so right now. Like I said, the angle for the next, I don't know, 10 days, it's kind of crappy. And then after that, you know, the sun gets back on the angle, because we have like an overhang that gets, it's a long story, but we have 4 different arrays, and then, you know, 2 are flat, and, you know, one's this way and one's this way. So, and then 4 MPPT controllers, so 2 up there and 2 down there, that bring it in. So together we probably got, I was gonna say, 16 plus 8, so about 2200 watts. No, I'm sorry, 2400 watts in we got total. Those are hard to measure because you got to put like meters on them, because those don't have any, you know, like screens like the 3600 LFP does. But once that white cable is gone, like that's the air conditioner in that window right there. Just a little small 5000 BTU, which is perfect for my shop. And then this cable right here, I ran downstairs to try out that Medea Cube. I'm still trying that one, and that's obviously fused and power stripped, fused and everything. But very clean. If I took off those two wires, look how clean that system looks. I think it looks great. But all right, this is just a quick update, guys, just to let you know what I'm up to and what I'm doing. Hopefully your solar is going as good as ours. We're very happy with it. Of course, we always want bigger and better. Of course, that'll never stop. But so far, I think we're doing pretty good. That's my main 15,000, and then my backup that I powered up to 8,000. So we have 23,000 sitting in our main units, and then all this other stuff here is all backups. Like we even have, if I can pan this here, see there's even stuff, hold on, I don't know how to do this, guys. Okay, there we go. So see all the way over there, there's more. And then up higher there's more. But we love power stations, guys, and hopefully you guys do too, because they're certainly addicting for sure. All right, guys, ramble on, be safe, and I'll have more updates if anything changes. Hopefully this works. I really hope this works, because I really like that. If I don't have to use the new longer ones that are coming, awesome, but that gives me still options to put the batteries off somewhere else if I wanted to. But that's how I wanted it in an RV like that, in the closet area, that would fit right in there with about 3 or 4 inches of space on either side. And then, you know, you kind of like maybe put some wood on the top and bolt it to the wall, and that whole system will stay in there good. You could also put those brackets, sorry to keep going, guys, I love talking about this stuff. You can put those brackets in between the batteries to make it one stand, you know, because if you try to move this, that's heavy, guys. That's like 330 pounds or so, maybe more. But all right, I'll give you any updates if good or bad, you know. This is the make it or break it part. But thank you to the subscriber that turned me onto this idea. I had it before, but they said they've been doing it for a while. They had no problems. So fingers crossed, right? I'll let you guys know. All right, ramble on, be safe. I'll see you next time here on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.